luck.
Gabba, there's a bit of history between some of the players and the Bulls, obviously with Warwick coming down here from the Bulls and Marnie obviously via the Sharks. And it was reported negotiations between Damien and the Bulls. Does that sort of factor into this final, or is it after 2 games, is it sort of out of the system as a motivator?
It's look, I mean, I should talk it down and everything, but the Stormers, it's actually good. It's good for South African rugby. I mean, we had a team meeting here a couple of hours ago, and you know, some of the players, I think, or John Free in the field, talked about the Stormers Bulls and the rivalry and the passion and it is definitely different amongst our players, and still is. And I suppose we don't really want that to change, because you know, one of the fears in rugby is rugby becomes vanilla. You know, we play against this team, a team we haven't heard, just put our tracksuits on, go and turn up, and there's no, to have the passion that's coming out this week. I'm sure it's happening in Pretoria. To have the way we spoke in the team meeting, Kitty, Rito spoke up, and it was personal. Not personal like as in front of Rito, but this meant the world. You know, he stood up. Dion spoke in the circle about Stormers Bulls, and you know, I've taken them back to stories of you know, beyond the 80s, Mornay's tackle on Nas in the 70s. It's great for rugby that we got these rivalries. We mustn't wash them down to become like any other game. And from the players themselves, this is, as Stevie said, as Stephen said himself, Stormers Bulls trophies are cherry on top. I think that's great for rugby. So you know, some of it and no cheap tricks. You know, I'm not trying to throw out stuff. We don't need to. The Stormers Bulls spotted our fibre.
Well, so we're happy in the room, eh? We can see who's got a question on Zoom. Nathan, you got your hand up.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. I just got 2 questions, one for each. Why is everyone doing this? Dobbo beating the Bulls twice in round robin. Do you feel that helps to get the mental edge over the Bulls? I mean, how do you go about preparing for the game? Because Marcel this morning said it will be personal for them to get revenge.
Yeah, look, I mean, the games were close. I mean, the last one was 1970. We burgled Loftus. Again, I'll make some chip. Like, I read that we burgled Loftus 30-26, but no, we did. We got away with it. This whole conference, you know, less than 3 lines, was so tight going down to the last few minutes at Park Scarlet. So, you know, we don't feel like we've got one over the Bulls radically, that we're a better team or anything based on those 2 results. I appreciate if I'd lost 2 in a row against them, and it happened just before. I mean, I think they got 3 or 4 in a row against us over the lockdown period. So I appreciate that they come for revenge. No, it's for us. It's you know, it's a classic derby, starting from scratch. Everything on the line. What I do absolutely guarantee, this is not a Stormers team that's going to choke or fade away, or that we might make mistakes. The Bulls might get us. But we're going to put absolutely everything out there. So absolutely, this team. What we can all sit here, as you guys have you've been here the whole time. This team has never not turned up. Even that game we lost against the Lions, we were 65% territory in possession. We made a million mistakes, but we will be there in intensity. Make no mistake. I think you know, the way that because you know, often one starts, you know, business and various aspects of the life, you set out mission statements of goals and they end up in the wall of the gym and that sort of thing. And ours was, we started with something called Get Cape Town Smiling. And we started that, and it was how we engaged with the people, the style of rugby we played, trying to give people some sort of thing to escape from your lives sitting on taxis on the M2 or whatever the story was. And we all bought to the team. And what probably my proudest selfishly was that the team bought into it. And then overall as a collective that we, you know, I showed the team some footage. Somebody took footage last week of the crowd as Marnie's about to take the kick. And you just see, I mean, half the hands are like this, and you just see the hands as the kick goes over. And the jumping, and it goes on there. So, no, because often those become mission statements which don't get achieved. And ours was to get Cape Town Smiling. I think whatever happens on Saturday, we've done that. So that's probably the thing I'm most proud about.